go. Let's go. You see that right there? You see that right there? Uh-oh. Oh, it's up. You gonna want to share this one. You gonna want to share this one, Morris. You gonna want to share this one, Morris. This shit finna be epic. Yeah. We ain't playing no games, Morris. We ain't playing no games, Morris. Straight to it. Peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims, all the Asiatics. Is this on your wall right here? This should be on your wall right about now. You should have this. Shout out to Jamrock, Watagwan, Cuba, Barbados, and all the rest of y'all Moors tuning in, all y'all Asiatics out there worldwide. Let me know where y'all tuning in from, though. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. All right, Kansas City, Islam. You know the rock up in here. South Side, Wild Hunnets. East Side, crazy. Out west with it. Up north with it. Let me know where y'all tuning in from, though. Because you never know. It might be somebody in your territory right now. Right now that see you and they like, oh, I didn't even know you was on that. Yeah, we on that. AZ, Islam. North Carolina, Islam. Let me know where y'all at. San Jose, California, Islam. Let me know where y'all tuning in from, Morris. Detroit 313. What up, though? San Antonio. Yeah, let me know where y'all at with it. Harlem World, Islam. I'm going to be in your area next week. Harlem World. Yes, sir. Brooklyn, Islam. Cali, Islam. Philly, Islam. We own that. Next week, NYC, I will be there. Islam to the more demigod. Jersey, Islam. Nashville, Islam. LA, Islam. Texas, Islam. Let me know where y'all at with it, man. Hey, y'all ready? So, straight to it, though. You see these right here? Pictures speak 1,000 words. 1,000 words. Phoenix, Islam. Trinidad, Islam. So, look. Seeing how these pictures speak 1,000 words, let's look at some pictures real fast. Look. Everybody over here holding up the Star-Spangled Banner. This right here is not the national flag. This actually is called the Star-Spangled Trading Banner. Oh, you're going to want to share this one out. Georgia, Islam. Connecticut, Islam. Let me know where y'all at with it. You're going to want to get in tune with this beam out. And you're going to want to study this and share this out because it's all about each one, teach one. So as you see over there in the Olympics, they over there holding up the Star-Spangled Banner. Y'all see him over there? Hold up. Let's look at something. Let's look at something. Let's look at something. Let's look at something. Let's do it in real time. Why not? Let's do it in real time. Come on. Let's just do it in real time. Let's look at images. Okay? Let's do it at images. Now I want y'all to see something. Real quick. We looking at images. Okay. See this? We looking at images now. I want y'all to see something. Now, you see this Eiffel Tower right here? I want you to look at this. See the Eiffel Tower, right? Now, you see everybody distracted with the bread and circus, the games. Now, if we just did a little bit more, you notice how it's a number 5 right there? And it's rings, signs, and the symbols. Okay. Now watch this. Now, let's look at something. We doing it together. Okay? Okay. Look. I want y'all to see something. Everybody saw Chef Curry go crazy. Everybody saying Chef Curry and them go crazy, right? But I want y'all to see something. I want y'all to see something. All of our people, look, let's zoom in. She went crazy. Basketball went crazy. I want y'all to see something, though. Okay? Now, look at this. This whole beam out finna blow your mind. I'm letting you know right now. I'm letting you know right now, this whole beam out finna blow your mind. Look, so they say this is Team USA, right? Okay. Nah. You see this banner right here, right? We got to go all the way back to kindergarten because we all been lied to. We've all been given disinformation. We've all been given propaganda and manipulation. You might say, why? Why? Because it's control and it's about power. The people that know the real information, they give out disinformation to confuse the population, to confuse us from our identity, to give us propaganda. That's the manipulation game, whether they're Europeans or they own our own people. So one of the main things before we build on that, Kino, Islam, or hey, shout out to all the barbers, Infinite Styles, Knick-Knack, Islam. Look, so one of the main things that we got to get in our heads is the fact that we all been lied to. Like, and one of the hardest things that we got to really get, like, if you really want to like be like, all right, what do I need to do now? What we could do now, Islam, or yes, sir. What we could do now is get it in our minds that we all been lied to. We all been lied to. I've been lied to. You've been lied to. What we gonna do? The first thing we got to do, numero uno, is accept that we've been lied to. All right. So where do we go from here? We got to go all the way back to when we was in school, when they was talking about do the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance is really telling us what we really needed to know. But our teachers, board of education, they never went into what it was. Our own people, the so-called Boule, the Black Masons, we got to get it in our minds that our own people are selling out our own people. Everybody that got what they say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's a true statement. We looking at it like it's the pale skinned people, the European people, that's the ones that's doing this to us. Contrary to that popular belief, that's not true. You got enemies, ops on both sides. It's not just the pale skinned Europeans that's doing us dirty. It's our own people who are doing us dirty. Y'all see anybody out here that says that they're an educator? Anybody out there saying that they're a scholar or they're a PhD or MA? Those are the ones you got to start looking at now. Anybody that got like a platform with a crazy following and they out here talking about black and white and black and white and it's reparations and it's the white man that's doing this to us. Do a little research on their background. Then do a little research on yourself and say, how could it be that this pale-skinned European stole us out of Africa, but they don't got no slave boats? But they got dinosaur bones in the goddamn museum. Something ain't right with that story. Y'all got bones of T-Rexes, raptors, Jurassic Park movies, but y'all ain't got one slave boat? Y'all ain't got one? See, our own people perpetuate that narrative, though, so-called African American studies. Y'all ready? I told you we finna go. This shit finna blow your mind. Look, because it's always each one teach one. Look at this. So you see Team USA, right? Okay, now you see they repping the banner hard. They repping this banner. Okay. What if I told you and showed you in real time how this is propaganda? And they using our own people to promote the propaganda. To accept this Team Banner USA. Follow me now. Watch this. This is a star-spangled trading banner. See, Raja Peace more. See, they slick. These entities that we dealing with, they are slick. I'm talking about oil can slick. They'll get you. They'll finesse you. If you don't know what you're looking at, they will finesse you. They'll get down on you. See, they conveniently left the word off. trading. They left that word out of there. But in reality, this right here is not the American flag. Now you might be like, what the? How this ain't the American flag and everybody out here using this in the Olympics? I know. This is propaganda that you're looking at. But you see our own people repping it though. Whether they know it or they don't know it, that's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if they know it or they don't know it. The thing is, we got to start knowing it so we can see the signs and the symbols. So what is the Star-Spangled Trading Banner? What does that represent? The Star-Spangled Trading Banner represents the amity and commerce between the Moorish Empire and the colony of the various European tribes. The European tribes. That means that the Hyper-Europeans are they're not Americans, but also they're squatters in the American lands. Never learned that in school. Let's go a little further because we're using critical thinking. We're using both sides of our brains right now. Okay? Both sides. We ain't just stuck on one side. We on both sides. Critical thinking. We problem solving. We doing effective learning right now. All right? We dissecting things that we've been told in real time so we can get to a solution. Okay? So since this is what they promoting, this is what the origin is of this. Okay? This right here, the Team USA and the trading banner, the origin of that is this right here. We used to give Hyper-Europeans hell on earth. We used to kidnap them, hold them for ransom. Hold up. Matter of fact, let me just show you. Pick up this book right here. Oh yeah. Pick up this book. Indigenous Peoples and the State. Pick up this book right here. The Inquisition. Pick up this book right here. They were Europeans and they were slaves. The Irish slaves. Pick up this book, Christian Slaves, Muslim Masters. Okay? Pick up this book, The Story of the Barbary Corsairs. This is all dealing with how we used to pillage, kidnap whole Hyper-Europeans for ransom. And that trading banner was what we allowed the Europeans, the pale skins, to use so we wouldn't always jack them on the Mediterranean. So that movie, The Pirates of the Caribbean, that's based off us kidnapping Hyper-Europeans. Yo, this is what we was doing, fam. This is why I said the stories, techniques, and tactics of the most feared sea rovers from 1500 to 1800. During this time, they said so-called slavery was happening around the world. This is why you got to destroy the lies. You can only do that with knowledge and the application of the knowledge. All right. So when they say that the so-called transatlantic slave trade was happening, how could it be happening if we was kidnapping pale-skinned Europeans, holding them for ransom? The captains and the sailors at the same times. 1500 to the 1800s? How, Sway? How? This is what we was on. This is what we was on. We was on this. Kidnapping. Hold them for ransom. See the red flags? You see the flags there? Nah. We go from here. See, pictures speak 1,000 words. See, when you start seeing pictures, then it become real. So you like, damn. This what the Moors was on? Yes. This what the Moors was on. This is what the Moors was on, okay? Some Moors. Not all, but some. So then we go right here. Keep this in mind now. Star-Spangled Trading Banner. See, amity and commerce between the Moorish Empire, who was running the entire planet, whether you a round earther or you a flat earther, it doesn't matter. The Moors and Tartarians were running government around the entire planet, from trading to exchange to business to commerce. everything was ran by the Tartarians and the Moors. And the Tartarians and Moors are the same people. One world, Tartarians. You see, this civilization was erased on paper. See, on paper. It wasn't erased in actuality. It was erased using paper. Like they say, the book burnings, look, the real so-called book burnings was this right here. The so-called book burnings are happening today. Look, let me show you how they're happening. Digitalization, the modern day book burning of Alexandria. They still burning books today. How are they burning books today? You know how? Google had a project codenamed Project Ocean. Throw a little ink on that. You see, Project Ocean was modern day book burning. So when they got stuff like Kindle, what does Kindle mean? Kindle means fire, right? People like to buy their little books and whatnot on Kindle and read them. Those are digital book burnings. So digital book burnings continue to this day. Project Ocean was when they used 25 million books. 25 million books. And they digitized it. So once they digitized it, see, it cost them 400 million. Look, we talking big money right now. Big money. We talk about big money. They used 400 million. That was the first project for modern day digital book burning. This is why Amazon keeps pushing digital books, digital books, digital books, digital books. This is why. Because once you digitize all of the books, you can sequence and change the algorithm to make a quote unquote alternative history. You see? So people will end up forgetting the original history. You see what I'm saying? All right. Don't forget the project called Moonshot either. Research this stuff. The Project Moonshot. This is what, and people is they nervous right now because they like, man, what about the robots? The robots is coming to steal our jobs, fam. I'm gonna play a video a little later on in this beam if I sequence it right, get some time. You worried about the so-called immigrants that's coming in here. You need to be looking up what Tesla and the rest of them is doing. They're trying to do what Japan is doing. I don't know if y'all aware of this or not. Do some research on it. Japan already and China, they already got a social credit system up and running right now. They been had it. Social credit system where they can monitor because they've digitized everybody's social security number over there. They digitized it. So now if somebody has a conversation or somebody is being lazy on their job, you getting a social credit deduction off your life. So your so-called money is getting a deduction. If you do something like jaywalking or you get a traffic infraction, you're getting a social credit deduction. They taking out bread out your account. This is already happening in China. You see, this is what's going on internationally. This is why we got to start expanding and stop thinking like the narratives that they keep feeding us, like these narratives right here with the disinformation and the propaganda and word about Trump and Kamala. And look, this type of stuff right here is happening around the world. So let me show you why this is so important. Keep this in your mind. See this banner that we've been pushed all day, every day? Okay. Now, remember when we was in school and they told us, say the Pledge of Allegiance when you come up in here, right? You had to say the Pledge of Allegiance. So you say it right now. Let's say it together. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Did you just hear the word democracy in anything that I just said? Or you say it to yourself? It does not exist. Because the Americas is founded on a republic form of government. What's that? That means the people have the power. We, the people, have Autonomous authority. We the people. Democracy is anti we the people. It's corporation mob rule. This is why they push the Olympics. Go to the Olympics. Bread and circus. See. They're promoting this. See, they're promoting us to fall for the disinformation and the propaganda and the manipulation and qualify the fraud, which is this. This is not the American flag. When you said the Pledge of Allegiance, did you hear the word democracy in that one time? No, sir, because it's not a democracy. You see? The U.S. corporation is actually anti-republic. Hold up. You want to, I heard somebody said they wanted a receipt. Hold up. I heard you. I heard you, fam. I heard you. You said you want a receipt on that, right? Okay. You said you wanted a receipt? Okay, let's go to Cornell Law School. All right. law.cornell.education, edu. If you want a receipt that you want to do your own little due diligence on, for sure. The United States means a federal corporation. What? What would you say? You said you wanted a receipt, right? Cool. An instrumentality of the United States. A federal corporation, agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States. This is not we the people. So when they say you need a license, you need a social security card. Did y'all hear about the social security thing that got hacked today? Did y'all hear about that? Y'all, hold up. Yeah, so y'all didn't hear about that today? Hold up. Y'all didn't hear how the social credit score thing got hacked today? Hold up. Hold up, fam. Hold up. So y'all didn't hear about that. Hold up. I don't think they heard about that. Wait a minute. Hold up. I don't think you heard that.
Does this how much one minute this all right, Chad, this actually has to be the biggest data breach ever, period, in the history of everything. Part of me want
Hold up.
all right, Chad, this actually has to be the biggest data breach ever, period, in the history of everything. Part of me wonders what took them so long. If you have a social security number, you are involved in this breach. At this point, I think it's only just reset everybody's credit. You know what I mean. They might as well just reset everybody and start from zero. I doubt this is going to happen, but somehow this is going to play into this great reset they've been working on. But y'all stay tuned for more information.
Let's just pause it right there for a second. Look at this. Hackers have reportedly stolen social security numbers of every American from national public data, according to LA Times. 2.9 billion people's data was reportedly stolen.
All right, y'all. This actually
what's the solution? It's a good question. One great solution is to stop consenting to the disinformation. Stop participating in the fraud. That means when they say you have to register to do anything, that is your consent. When they say you have to register to vote, they're saying, do you voluntarily consent to be a corporate slave on paper? See, it's about paper. There's you know what? You should get this book right here. Y'all out there. You should get this book right here. Hold up. Let me get it for y'all. Let me get it for y'all real quick. Hold up. Let me get it for you real quick. This book right here, the most dangerous book ever published, Deadly Deception, Exposed. This book right here talks about paper slavery. When you register to do anything with a U.S. corporation, you're saying that you're voluntarily consenting to be enslaved on paper. Any documentation, any mandate, any ordinance, any statute is coming from a federal corporation. Now ask yourself, are you an artificial person? Because if you're artificial, that means you're not alive. You're not in full life. Do you have flesh and blood? Do you breathe oxygen? Do you eat food? Do you drink water? If you answered yes to those questions, that means that you can never be a federal corporation or an artificial corporation. The trick is they have gave us propaganda, which we will go right here and you can see. You can see what is the propaganda about. The propaganda is no, definitely do not vote. If you go participate in the system of the U.S. corporation and you say, well, I want to go vote. I want to put my vote in for Trump, or I want to put my vote in for Kamala. Unknowingly to you, when you do that, you're voluntarily saying you want to be registered as a franchisee corporate ward to the U.S. corporation. They're extracting your voluntary energy on paper. So our life force energy is what's feeding the United States corporation. It's us. We keep doing it. We, the people, have to stop participating in the corporate, the corporate devouring of our people. It's corporations. The corporations feed off we the people. So when the people, we the people, stop participating in their systems, they don't have life. They will have no more energy. You get it? We the people have to stop consenting, stop participating, stop registering, stop getting a license. You don't need a license to do anything. License is not in the Constitution. One time. You know that? The word license is not in this book. One time. Democracy is not in this Constitution. One time. It's not there. But don't look for these. Look, man. Don't look for people who say you could go vote. You know, we need to go vote. They won't pull out a law book and show you that the so-called president and the vice president, they actually go through an electoral college. And the electoral college from each state are the ones who cast a ballot for the vice president and the president. But this is the mind-blowing part. The entire system is under a democracy, which is anti-government, which is anti-we the people. So it's an entire fraud. It's a show. It's the biggest show on earth. Look. So when you come right back to it and you say, well, what do we need to start doing right now? You need to start learning about sovereignty, and sovereignty is only gained through your nationality. Bloodline, point blank, period. There's no other way around it. It is what it is. You see? This maxim is universal in nature. For example, an Irishman who moves to or is born in Japan is not a Japanese national, but he may become a Japanese citizen through the naturalization process. Tennessee Islam. You see that? So an Irishman who moves to Japan or is born in Japan cannot be a Japanese national. But that Irishman can get Japanese citizenship through the naturalization process. You see, if the Irishman has a child with a Japanese woman, that child will then be considered a Japanese national by blood through his mother. In law, it's called jus sanguinis. This is why people be falling off at, because we ain't getting taught this. We're deliberately given this information to confuse us. We're deliberately given propaganda. South Carolina Islam. You see, so once we start figuring out law is the major subject and history is the major subject that we got to strengthen our minds up with. We got to collectively do it. It cannot be individualism. It's got to be a collective effort. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be collective. See, this is why Europeans can never be American citizens. See? Because an Irishman moved to or born in Japan can never be a Japanese national. This is the same way that pale-skinned Europeans, they can never be American nationals. You see? They don't have that status because they're not Aboriginal and indigenous to the American lands. This is why nationality is the order of the day. Miami Islam. See, nationalism, naturalization, naturalized citizen. You see? Aliens. Europeans are hybrid Europeans. I'm talking about pale skins. They're aliens in the Americas. So the so-called immigration problem, Boston Islam, the so-called immigration problem is really could be handled very, very quickly. Because all you got to do is, well, what's your nationality? Ask the universal question. What is your nationality? If they are not Aboriginal and indigenous to this land, then they cannot be from this land. Just because an Irishman or a Polishman or somebody from Yugoslavia or somebody from Russia, just because they're born in this land does not make them an American, because they are not Aboriginal or indigenous to this land. See, it's all about the land. When you start looking up definitions in law books about land, the word more is in the definition. I'm going to show you in real time. You know, this the big green book. My book got war wounds on it, though, but it's still cracking. Black's Law Dictionary, revised 4th edition. Okay. They scared to show this big green book. Now you starting to see why. Why they scared to show this big green book for? Let's see. Let's see together. Let's find out together. Why they don't want to show the big green book? They always talking about it, but they don't never show it though, right? Right. Now we gonna see it together. Land. Let's see. Land, in the most general sense, comprehends any ground, soil, or earth whatsoever, as fields, meadows, pastures, woods, moors, waters, marshes, furzes, and heath. Moors is right there in the definition of land. Bing fucking bong. This is not a typo. You see it clear as day right there. I got this book off Amazon. I got it a while ago though. But it's on Amazon though. You can look for it online. You can snatch it up. But I'm letting y'all know they jacking the prices up on all books right now. They been on that because they know that we starting to read now. Yeah? And the day that I'm talking about is the dark force. Because they eat ignorance like hotcakes, like pancakes. The dark force does not have a face. Jaleel, peace, more. The dark force does not have a face. Follow the Moore's Lighthouse. Follow Moore. He got literature. Follow him. So the dark force wants to keep us, humanity, gods and goddesses having this human experience. They want to keep us pen and fighting against each other. It's time to elevate the battlefield, though. See, the battlefield that they want us to be on is white and black and Latino, Hispanic and Indian and Pan-African. We gotta really like elevate the battlefield. We gotta elevate now. We've been playing day game. We've been looking at the so-called Olympics and all this nonsense like that's the national flag. That's not the national flag. Look, once again, just go with stuff that makes sense. Like if it don't make sense, then let it go, because it don't make sense. Look at this. So when you see stuff like this, where is it at? When you see stuff like this, right? Team USA and all that, they repping for the corporation banner. This is the Star Spangled Trading Banner. It's not the national flag. It's a trading banner. This is what European hybrids was allowed to use, so we didn't bomb their ass and we didn't kidnap all of them off the Mediterranean, the seas. We let them use this, fam. This is just for them to do trade and business with us. We talking about hybrid Europeans. This was the colony of European tribes. This ain't the American flag, though. Look, you want to see the American flags? This is one of the American flags right here. This one right here. This is one of the American flags. But the importance of this flag is this symbolizes the flag of the Moorish Al-Moroccan Empire. See, this is the empire. The other flags, like this flag right here, this is a flag of a kingdom inside the Moorish Empire. It's a kingdom flag. That right there, Cuba, that's a kingdom flag. That right there, Barbados, that's a kingdom flag. Remember, kingdoms are inside of empires. So the empire and the significance of this flag is that this is the flag of all of us united. See, like Voltron, Transformers and whatnot, that's this. See, and this flag dates back over 10,000 years old. Actually, in the Quran Questions 102s, it dates back over 50,000 years ago or older. So you gonna go with this or you gonna go with that? It's really that simple. You gonna go with this or you gonna go with that? We've been bamboozled to think that this is where it's at. This ain't where it's at. This is propaganda. Okay? Propaganda. It's chess, man. It's chess. This is chess. Okay? This is chess. We've been looking at this like, yeah, this is the American flag. Nah, this ain't American flag. Yeah, Canada is not a real place. Okay, Canada is not a real place. Canada is in North America. Where's North America? Where's North America? North America is right here. Again, Canada, so-called Canada, is a fiction. See? North America is a continent. See, they want to keep us divided. They want to say Canada, United States, and then they say Mexico, right? That's all propaganda. They've been repeating these lies for generations though, but it's over with now. So-called Canada, the United States and Mexico are in one continent called North America. See that? You see? Once we start investigating everything that we've been taught, then the lies gonna start falling. They gonna start falling all the way off. But it's gonna take us to have dedication and discipline and say, nah, I'm not finna listen to y'all telling me nothing no more. I'm not finna listen to no more lies y'all been telling me. Look at this right here. Speaking about lies from the book, Disinformation in You. Speaking about lies, right? Look what this guy said. He said World War II and the Nazi propaganda machine. Quote, this is what this guy said. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. That's Joseph Goebbels. He's a Nazi propaganda minister. He was underneath Adolf. This guy was underneath this guy. Dude understood that people would believe anything if they heard it enough times from authority figures, and that a solid propaganda campaign would be able to counter and shut down any contradictory beliefs. Damn. Don't that sound like the so-called the virus? When they was talking about, oh, you got to put a mask on. If you don't put a mask on, you're going to catch it. Mandates are not law. They cannot shut down the Constitution. When they tell you it's an ordinance, you have to do it. Anything contrary to the Constitution is not withstanding. That means you have impunity. You don't have to honor nothing they talking about. But see, this is what they do. Then they will go from saying it to going further, and then they'll try to get on some tough guy strong shit, because that's when they send the police in there, the slave patrol. You see, they use our stuff for the dark side. This is what they do. Yeah, the Beam Mouse is definitely on YouTube now. Start tuning in. I'm finna start flooding YouTube. Tune into the YouTube channel, The Real Kush Day, same name. So they use our stuff for the dark side, because the dark side feeds off of fear. This is what they eat. They eat fear like candy. They eat fear like a drug, like dopamine. So our people, humanity, having fear, because this is what they're pushing. So if they got us in a fearful mindset, if they got us afraid to do something, if they got us second guessing, the dark entity, look at it like this. If you got really a galactic confederation, right? So you got entities that are light, and you got entities that are working for the dark force. The entities of light are in the galactic confederation as well as throughout the multiverse, but they're also on this planet. Y'all came back here because you're having a reawakening right now. It can be kind of scary though, because the reawakening that you having, you're breaking generational curses. And people in your family, that's why the whole time they might be looking at you like, man, you tweaking. Why you ain't just going with the program? And you like, nah, this program is off. The program ain't how it's supposed to be. So you having these thoughts inside your consciousness, and it's starting to really mess with you, because you might be thinking like something wrong with you. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with you. You're having a reawakening. You're the one that's the generational curse breaker in your bloodline. You see? That's why you able to feel things. You able to see things. You able to think different ways and come up with different strategies. You're not what they say in a box. You're an outside the box type thinker. You're a critical thinker. You're not locked in and conform. And you like, man, I'm not finna do that. That's the reawakening that you having right now. All right. That you not tweaking when you like, nah, this ain't, you're not tweaking when you start looking at society like, nah, it shouldn't be no transgenders in school teaching and reading to children. You're not tweaking by saying that. See, they want people to be in a twisted belief system where you start questioning reality with fantasy and delusion and perversion. They want people that actually think the right way to second guess themselves. and start thinking like, nah, it's good to have trannies reading to children. It's good to have this sick perversion in society where you got men and women as sex workers and they think it's a positive. They think it's a plus to say, I want to sell myself for a Cash App or a Zelle or for green pieces of paper. They want to pretty much demoralize society and dehumanize society. This is what black was put on our people for, because black is not just a word. It's a strategic, dehumanizing, denationalizing term. It's not an accident. Okay? It's not an accident that they chose, out of all the words that you could use, they chose black. Okay? Because it has so many demoralizing conditions with that word. Genocide is with that word. Bondage, slavery is with that word. It means void of light. You don't have light if you're black. You only have light when you're in the light. That means you're in full life in your proper status. You're in propria persona sui juris. You're in full life. You're not just alive. All right? Look. And you go right here. Let's go a little further. Y'all want to go a little further real quick? Look at this. Talking about Ben Franklin, right? Ben Franklin came up with this trash right here. Join or die. Okay, this is what he was talking about. He was a politician. So he talking about join the army or die. What did he say right here though? He said the color black was used often to represent mourning or the death of freedom. And often newspapers would put black borders around propaganda columns or cartoons for emphasis. Do you see this? This is what black is, though. This is a curse that was strategically placed on our people. It's not an accident that they chose black. It's not a nationality. There has no national flag. Neither does white. White and black are a ranking system in society. Look, actually, where you at? If we was talking about, where we at? I don't even know what that book is right now. Here you go. Get this book right here if you want to go into detail with that. It's called Caste. Hold up, let me get it for you. Hold up. You want to dive into the ranking system in society? Get this book right here. Caste, The Origins of Our Discontents. It gives you a great breakdown on how white, black, brown was all social engineered terms. They were social engineered constructs to rank people in society. Black is the lowest on the totem pole and white is the top of the totem pole. Free white person is a law term that means the highest in the society. The status of what you claim to be. And Moor is the highest status. That's why Moors are free white persons, because our status is the highest rank on the land, on the planet. On the planet. Okay? This is why they push so hard not to promote the Moorish nationality. They want to keep promoting black. Be black. Stay black. Black is beautiful. If it was so beautiful, then how come Benjamin Franklin used it to promote mourning or death of freedom? If black was so beautiful, why do so-called black people who claim that term black, why do they get mistreated? Why do they get abused so often? You see? It's chess. It's chess, man. Look. It's chess. Let's go. Want to see something about chess? Let's go. Let's go. See something about chess real quick? Let's go. I don't even know if they're gonna let me do this. Let me see.
Where you at? If your mind is somewhere else, then pick your ass up and take it over there and keep it company. I'm not having my time wasted by some half-ass fish cake opponent today. Take the last move back. In fact, take back the last three. You're hoarding. You're playing each piece like losing it hurts. This ain't checkers. You want my king. You got to come get my king. All these other pieces are just a means to do it. Every time you make a good run at me, I just threaten your queen and back you go. You're treating her like she's the last lady on earth. Your queen is just a pawn with a lot of fancy moves, nothing more. When you see you playing a man who feels naked without his lady, use her. Jump in there and take her. Tease her, threaten her, and he won't be able to think about his game anymore. That's when you make your real move.
Heard that right? Heard that right? See? You heard? It's chess. It's not checkers. It's not checkers. We've been thinking that this has been checkers because that's what the school system then brainwashed us with. That's what these black promoters brainwash us with, thinking that black is some kind of entitled name or term that we need to hold on to. It's not. It's actually a voluntary enslavement. It's a dehumanizing word that we got to let go. Our nationality is more. It's not black. They are not white people. You know something that's real wild? Something that's real wild is when you think about it, when you really sit back and just think about it, burn something and just think about it. And just say, what if everything that they taught us in school was a lie? Just think about it. Just sit back one day and just think about everything. Could it be that everything we was taught in school was a lie? Even the way that we do math. You know, it's other multiple ways that we could do math to make it simpler. Even the math that they taught us, there's another way to do it that international students learn and apply. There's other ways. But see, nationality is the order of the day. They don't want us having these kind of conversations. They want to keep us talking about black and white. Islam more. They want to keep us talking about crayon colors and reparations. Fam, those are dead conversations because contrary to popular belief, the word black means death. It means dead. So you walking around claiming this, and this is a dead status. This is why so-called black people get treated so poorly and abused all the time, because you claiming to be dead. You see? This is why we got to let this go, because this does not apply to the human species. Neither does white. Not black and white do not apply to the human species. Peace. It does not apply to human beings. Crayon colors do not have human rights. This yellow highlighter, this ain't got a human right. It's a highlighter, fam. This damn highlighter ain't got human rights. That'd be no different if this thing right here was a color black, right? And then you claim to be this. And then you say, I want my human rights. What? For sure, Islam. That'd be no different than you claiming this as a human right. Human rights deal with human beings. We're all gods and goddesses having a human experience. We're having a spiritual experience. We're not having a crayon experience because we didn't come out of crayon factory. No, we're not objects. We're living, breathing, blood human beings. You feel me? So if you dealing with human rights, like these little children right here doing, they learning about their human rights, right? And then you go right here. This is another document they don't show our people. This document. They don't want to see, they don't, when I say they, I'm talking about anybody that's out here misidentifying you as a black person. They don't want you to think. They want you to just be a person that follow the narrative. Follow the black narrative. You feel me, Morse? Article 15, everyone has the right to a nationality. Oh, that's not getting taught in school. You know what that would do to the school system? Shit. What? You know how that would change the entire school system if you start talking about nationality and teaching your children about they're not black, they got a nationality, they're not white, pale skinned hybrid Europeans, they're not white people. You know what's wild? You got 100% control over the words that come out your mouth. You got that power. That's a tremendous amount of power. But look at this, though. It's chess. It ain't checkers.
It's good. It's better. You like that horse, don't you? You like his crazy jumps all over the board. You think he's your friend. You hate to lose him almost as much as you hate to lose that lady. Well, he is your friend, boy. They all are. But you're going to have to use him just like you use the other. If he falls by the wayside, well, that's just life's little game, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
And until you come ready to play a game, you'll never beat her at it.
Check.
Ah, see his face? He like, oh, hold up. What you doing checking me? What you doing checking me? What you on? What you on checking me, son? That's his son. He like, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. You look at his face like, oh, nigga, I know you ain't checked me. Yeah. But he still end up losing, though. Because he's learning the game. We are learning the game. But one of the main ways to checkmate the U.S. corporation, how can we checkmate the U.S. corporation? How can we do that? We start embracing the fact that we've been lied to and the fact that this is a federal corporation, the United States. It's not a country. It's a corporation. Anytime you hear the term, the United States, think federal corporation. Nationality is the order of the day. So when you declare that you are not a colored person, we're not people of color, we're Moors. When you start thinking like that, you're going to start speaking like that. There's no Latinos, there's no Hispanics, we're not Indians. No, we're Moors. Point blank, period. This is not the American flag, contrary to popular belief. Contrary to what the Olympics is showing us. This is not the American flag. This is the flag of the empire, Al Morocco. You can look that up in the Library of Congress. On God, is there. And this is the continental flag, also known as the Bunker Hill flag. All right? It's chess. It ain't checkers. Peace and love to all y'all Moors out there, all y'all Muslims. Y'all know they got me on this bullshit ass timer right now. So I'm finna move around, but I hope y'all got something off this beam out. Study. Teach your babies and teach your babies, fam. Let them know that they Moors and they got a nationality. They not black and they not white. All right? Study up, man. and share the information. All right? I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, though. Run this beam out back and be looking out for it.